Hello, I'm Michael Marrero, and I'm sitting in the studios at Key West where my show Orisha, The Lost Saints is opening. The concept behind this show was an exploration of Santeria. I grew up in Key West, and back then Santeria was a major component of the religious field in Key West. Growing up, you were just as much to see a Santeria altar as you were to see a Catholic altar. When slaves were brought over from Africa, they hid their native deities behind the Catholic saints so they could practice their religion in the wide open. It became one of the predominant religions in the Caribbean and Cuba and parts of Florida. With this photo exhibit, I wanted to explore this disappearing culture before it vanished completely. To start with each piece, I kind of mined my own childhood memories and the feelings of old Key West. And then I went out and tried to find people that best represent the saints. As far as my favorite piece, I have a few. From a personal connection, one of them is Obatala, which is a picture of a young baby with an egg on her chest. It's actually a picture of my own daughter, but it ties into a story from my family where my great-grandmother, her son, my great-uncle, got sick with pneumonia. This is the turn of the 19th century. Everybody thought he would pass, so she went to see a Santeria, a witch doctor. He gave her the instruction to put an egg on his chest and prayed to Obatala for 30 days and 30 nights. At that time, he'll be healed. So she got the egg, she did it, and miraculously, he got better. So ever since then, she wore white in honor of Obatala for the next 50 years. I never seen her in anything but white. One of the reasons I chose linen for some of the pieces was because of its transparency. One is because of its history in the Caribbean. Linen is a very popular fabric, so it goes well with the island culture. But mainly it was because when you print something on linen, you can almost see through it. So you're kind of seeing the past and the future, and you're seeing this thing caught in between the two. The Key West I grew up in is much different than it is now. Back then it was rooster fights, Santeria, it was a little bit rougher around the edges. Over the course of the 90s and early 2000s, Key West has become more gentrified. Prices have gone up. A lot of locals and natives have been forced to leave due to the rising costs. It's become more tourist-based, more tourist-centric, and less authentic in the sense that it's being recreated from a more sanitary perspective than what it used to be. Personally, I like to see those rough edges a little bit more. I like to be able to see the more authentic side of Key West. One of the things I want people to experience when they see this exhibit is a chance to see Key West how it used to be. Key West is not $20 cheeseburgers, yard dogs from Fat Tuesdays, and conch trains rolling down the street. I don't feel that Key West and the Florida Keys is a tourist playground. I don't think it's a playground for the rich. I don't think it's a retirement community from people up north. This place, there are families here that are multi-generational that have made this their home. It's not the home of somebody else's, it's the home of these people and their cultures. There's a lot more history and culture that's behind the scenes, that's kind of hidden in plain sight. It's fastly disappearing, but hopefully through shows like this and other explorations of these cultures, it might provide a lifeline to bring more awareness to what Key West used to be and what hopefully it still can be. This show is something I've been thinking about trying to execute for a while. And it was finally made possible through a generous grant from the Knight Foundation, as well as local organizations such as the Anne McKee Artists Fund. And of course, through the participation of all the subjects who became a part of this project. I'm Mike Marrero. Thank you for watching, and I hope you get a chance to come check out Orisha, The Lost Saints at the studio of Key West.